Greetings, demons, and welcome to Warhammer Weekly, episode 92. I will forewarn, I am a bit ill, so if you can hear that in my voice, I'm really sorry, but the show must go on, and we have a few good topics to get into, so let's just jump into it and discuss.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
And starting out with some Heresy Thursday, we have another brand new model. This time it is the Loyalist Herald Consul, and this guy looks pretty interesting. Obviously pretty bulky armor, which is nice to see. It's honestly pretty rare we get that nowadays, so pretty nice. I like the power fist and everything. The big staff with the Imperial Eagle and everything, very, very nice. And yeah, overall, this is a very cool looking model. We actually get a few designs for different legions. That's always nice to actually show what it can look like for different color palettes and everything. But yeah, in general, this is a very nice model. I like the fact that there is a cybernetic leg. Otherwise, pretty standard affair. You do have the helmetless head, which I think is fine. It's a stoic face. It's nothing too special. Pretty easy to paint, I'd say, really, as long as you can get the eyes dotted in. But yeah, overall, very nice, very simple new Space Marine, and I can't really complain too much about that. Overall, like, I like the cloth. I know it's like a little bit, you know, all over the place in terms of like direction and stuff, because obviously the loincloth is going like forward left, and the hair or whatever it is on the helmet is going like back left and stuff. It's a little bit all over the place, but I do think it really does work well, and overall very nice new model for the Loyalist Herald Consul. Moving over to some old world though, we have another named character, this being the Wyrm Slayer of Bretonnia, and yeah, he looks pretty interesting. He has a very nice little dragon hat, or dragon helmet, or whatever you want to say, which is definitely a look, it must be said. Otherwise, pretty standard weaponry and garb in general. You know, he has a shield, an axe. He does have, you know, a dagger and a longsword and stuff on him, but not actually equipped. And, yeah, overall, pretty nice model. You know, he's just kind of calling his allies into battle, I suppose, in a way, or doing some sort of battle cry. But, yeah, overall, not a terrible model. Definitely not as interesting as he could be for a character called the Wyrm Slayer of Bretonnia, but, yeah, overall still pretty nice, simplistic design. The, you know, actual garb, the actual, like, knightly garb is pretty nice, actually. You know, it's uncommon, I'd say, to actually get pretty generic-looking knights. And this guy does really remind me of, like, a Monty Python sketch character. It just really has that sort of feel to it, which I do appreciate. But, yeah, not really much I'll say, you know, especially with only this one image of the model. There's not really too much to go over, but yeah, definitely a nice model, and I'm sure if you are someone who plays the Empire of Man in Old World, it's a nice model, it's a good one. But that leaves us with our first Rumour Engine of the year, the Rumour Engine for the 7th of January, and it is some sort of talisman of a face, I suppose. I don't really know what to make of it. It's clearly like some sort of face carved into like maybe a shield, or as I say, like a talisman, or some sort of banner, potentially, I don't know, but definitely an interesting design. You got the big tongue there, you got kind of demonic features, I'm assuming this is more likely going to be something relating to Uruk, and yeah, very interesting design indeed. I don't really have much to say about it because it is so obscurely, like, unique. Like, I don't really know what to place it with, as I say. I could definitely say, oh, I think it's probably Uruk, but it could also, you know, kind of go for any AOS faction, especially. And it could easily go for something demonic, it could go for chaos in general, but, yeah, very interesting look here, and I suppose time will tell what exactly it ends up being, but yeah, definitely one to look out for, because I do think this is pretty interesting. But with that being said, that's going to be it for this episode of Warhammer Weekly, so not really too much to talk about, though I think what we did have was still pretty interesting. Tell me what you think in the comments below about any of the models that we've seen, or the Rumour Engine, if you want to say something about that. Otherwise, like the video if you did like it, subscribe if you're new, and ring that bell so you don't miss upload, and otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna take